Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here on the podcast. This is just the beginning. Again, it's been a while since my last episode, and that one was quite positive actually. But I'm not saying that this one isn't going to be positive, but I think my current, mindset might shine through in this episode, but we'll get into that. I wanted to record an episode kind of at the time I'm doing it right now because my head is all over the place right now, and I just thought it would be a really good idea to get my thoughts out there because I kind of use my podcast as you guys know, as my way of dealing with my own emotions as well as trying to help other people out with their emotions, because I am a true believer that anything you're going through, there is someone else, probably even quite close to you, that is going through something really similar, if not the same. Especially with the age you're at now, if you're a similar age to me, it's fucking hard. Excuse my language, but it's so hard to just navigate everything. I wanted to get into like a couple segments. Like I want to get into a routine with my podcast episodes because it's always all over the place. But I just want to give you a little catch up on kind of where I'm at right now. It's Monday night, second week of September, which is crazy to think that it's already September and the summer has gone. And with the summer going, my mood has changed drastically. Because with the summer ending comes new responsibilities, coming back to university, which is something that I really want to get into, but maybe not. It's quite heavy, so I don't want to get into it too much with you guys. And September, and it just, it gets colder, and like I've had such a good summer. Yeah, there's been ups and downs, but memory wise and the things I've done, the people I've met, the new friendships I've made, etc. They have definitely like trumped all the negatives in it, and it's just made this summer a summer that I'll never forget. Probably the best one I've ever had, and I think that comes from partially turning 19. I feel like at 18 you feel a bit of a intruder. Not really imposter syndrome. I hate that oh my god, everyone is going on about imposter syndrome at the moment. Like it's so overused. When there's the word that's just overused, unprecedented was overused during the whole pandemic, and it really pissed me off because yeah, everything was so fucking unprecedented, but don't go on about it. Anyway, sorry, getting my pet peeves out there. I will do an episode on pet peeves actually, just because I want to know if anyone else has some similar to me, because I've got a lot. Anyway, but yeah, this summer has just been such a good summer, and I don't want to throw shade on it in any way, but I did struggle every now and again, and that's okay. And we all struggle every now and again, and I'm just here to say, yeah, that is absolutely fine. But what I wanted to get more into is, yeah, September as kind of a main aspect of it. I don't, well, recently I found as kind of, if I'm going back to the segment of what I've been doing recently, kind of a life update, I've always thought that I've loved routine. I've loved a morning routine, a night routine, me getting up, my yoga, my walk, my coffee, my breakfast, workout, that kind of, not in that order, but like that idea. My journaling, my manifest it, like all of those things, my routines, I've loved doing them since I've kind of started doing it, and I've always been a very strict OCD based person. But now, like, I guess it's really hard to explain because coming back to university, I am scared to have a routine. That's getting quite honest with you guys, and it's getting quite personal already, and it's literally been 5 minutes into this episode. But a week ago, I didn't want to come to university. I was literally on my laptop and I was about to click, like, I didn't actually go onto the university website, but I would have just dropped out. If there was a big red button that said dropped out, I would have pressed it. I didn't, because I'm now in Leamington, moved in to go back to Warwick in like 2 weeks, but I had a complete meltdown and I didn't really know why. Like, my parents were like, why don't you want to go back? And But no, yeah, I do know why. The main reason was that I just said I don't want to relive last year. And if you've listened to my previous episodes and the one about first year uni and it's not all of it seems, you will know that I struggled a lot last year with my uni experience. And I do think, going back to the routine thing, part of it was the pressure I put on myself to have a long-standing routine and a strict routine that I couldn't break. That did come along with recovery and my eating disorder, and I've realized, well, over the summer, towards the end of the summer, I realized that I really wasn't doing recovery very well, and that is also something to come into this episode. But it's quite deep, but like it's another thing to add to the layer of September-ness. There must be like a whole concept, abstract term for like September, like a fresh start, but that is something that I also wanted to add to this. But basically, I didn't want to come back because I didn't want to fall back into that routine where I forced myself at 7 a.m. to, at the start, it was do an intense workout. But then towards the end of the first year, it was doing like going for a long walk in the morning. Yeah, it was just a walk and yoga, but it was still a strict routine. Like I had to get up at 7:30, go straight out the door. And then I was bored by 10 p.m., 10 a.m. So today it was my first day today at university, and I took September to its new new meaning of fresh start, and I just thought, no, just have a very chill day. So that's what I've done. I had a lot of anxiety this afternoon based on other things. But yeah, I've had a chill day and I haven't really had a routine day. It's been very nice because I've had to unpack, I'm sorting things out. That is my kind of one fear about coming back to uni, is definitely the whole new routine thing and just routines in general. Last week I was in Berlin with my sister and my mum. We had an amazing week doing loads of random things and just really, really fun things. We went to, one of the highlights was the ice bar, and I didn't know it existed. Like, I've been to Berlin before, never knew it existed. And it's, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see pictures of it, and kind of everything else we got up to. But it was this bar. It was like downstairs in this bar, and it was completely made of ice, as the name suggests. And it was incredible. It was like 20 euros each to go in, and you got a free cocktail and then two other free drinks in the bar, because you can't have cocktails in the ice bar itself because the alcohol, like, it just won't mix or something like that. So you're only allowed like beer or shots, weird shots, obviously. Um, but you wait in this kind of upstairs ship vibe, like this. I think it was supposed to be like Nordic. It was, yeah, definitely like Icelandic, Nordic, Scandinavian, and you have like a cocktail in there first, and then you get taken into like this abandoned ship room where you put coats and gloves and scarves and shit on. And you go to the bar. You can spend like an hour in there, but we only spent like 20-30 minutes in there because it was so cold. And yeah, and that was just such a good place to go. And then after that, we went for burger and chips because we were hungry, we were a bit drunk, and we were craving burger and chips. And I ate most of it, like almost all of it, and it was insane. And I've not had a burger and chips like that before. Like, it was really like fast foody, but it was at a restaurant. But I've never had that before since everything, and that was just another recovery win. Again, I posted all of my wins recently on my Instagram. There's a highlight reel called like ED challenges, I think. So go over and check them out, because I've done, like, that is something to take from the summer. I've definitely won a lot of times, but then I've lost a good chunk of times, but that's okay as well. We are learning. To get into the main chunk of the episode now is September. September for a lot of people is a very scary time, and I know a lot of you listening to this, you'll be going into a new year at university, going to university for the first time, a new school year, or you're just maybe you've just finished university and you're finding your first job, or it's just a new season. For a lot of people, September means gloom, darkness, leaves falling off, winter, SAD, sad season again. For me, I've always loved September. I've loved the idea of a clean slate and a fresh start. And I love pumpkin spice lattes, candles, Halloween, snuggling up under a blanket watching Gilmore Girls with popcorn and hot chocolate. I've loved that idea since I was like 12 years old. I love autumn so much. And I have always loved like the first day back at school. Because again, it's a completely new start. And not gonna lie, when I was younger, the first day back at school in September was always like showing off my tan, showing off how much I've changed over summer, which is so silly because I never changed, but I thought I did. Anyway, that's just kind of me. Yeah, I love September because I like to romanticize my life. And I think without having romanticized my life, having not romanticized my life the past 5 months, I think it's been, like, I just wouldn't have survived it. Like, I just wouldn't have got through the last bit of uni or any of it because I've really learnt to romanticize every part of my day, even though there's some days it's harder than others. Like today, I definitely romanticized waking up really, really slowly, going on my phone in bed, journaling in bed, tidying up my room, redoing my unpacking, that kind of thing. And then I took myself out into town. I had breakfast, I went into town, went to get my first PSL, and it was insane. And yeah, and I just romanticized the shit out of it. But then this afternoon, my anxiety skyrocketed because I was meant to go to hockey training this evening and then to a hockey meal after said training. Didn't go to either. I didn't go to training, and then I was like, no, let's go to the meal. It was like this Japanese restaurant, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go. I love sushi, I love Asian cuisine, but no, I didn't go. That's fine. I cooked and stayed in, and now I'm with you guys, so that's fine. I did feel very anxious about going, and I was gonna go, but then I missed the bus on purpose, obviously, because like, I wasn't ready to go, and I just felt shit, and I was just shaking all afternoon, and I think it was, yeah, just nerves and anxiety, and it's just stupid. It's not, no, it's anxiety is never stupid in any way, but it's just hockey training. Like, I just need to go, and tomorrow I think I will. Like, it's a fitness session first, so that's something I really want to do, and I want to start hockey again because I want that to be my main form of exercise. Like, I don't want to restrict myself to workouts again because I can never go back to that place that I was doing at uni. I just hated it. So, I don't know. But that's why I didn't fake it till I make it today. I did not romanticize my life this afternoon, and now I'm really annoyed about that. But that's fine. I made myself a yummy dinner. I poured myself a glass of wine, had a few sips, poured it back because I just wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't the right vibe. I thought if I had a glass of wine, I might go meet everyone, but that hasn't worked, and that's okay. September is all about a fresh start and being really kind to yourself. I think something that is really key as well is that in your fresh start, you've got to be authentic to yourself. Um, when you're going back to uni or you're going back to school, don't put pressure on yourself to do what everyone else is doing or to do what you think you should be doing. For example, at university, if you're not a partier, don't go to the parties. Like, I know it's probably the easiest way to get to know people, not necessarily make friends, but it is like, if in Freshers Week, if someone says, oh, motive or flat party, you're going to go because you meet people on your course and it is good, but then there are other ways. Like, join the group chats, as weird as they are, but then you might find someone on there. I found loads of people on the group chats. One of them is quite a close friend now, and we go meet up for coffee, and she was in the flat below me last year, but same thing. We just met on a chat and we got talking, and that's great. Like, what I'm trying to say is don't fall into the bracket on purpose. Like, don't do what you think you should be doing. A fresh start is all about, again, falling in love with yourself again and finding out what you love to do. That's kind of what I'm using this week as, because I'm moved into university. I came to my second year accommodation, which is like student living again, but in the city, which is better because I can just go out to the shops, go out for coffee, drinks, whatever. And I've moved in and I'm the only one here out of 10 people for a week. And the reason why I came back this week is for hockey, and then I didn't go today, and that's really pissed me off because I feel like I haven't done anything today, but I have, and that's okay. Like, I need to keep telling myself that it's okay. I haven't failed. I can give myself permission to not go if I don't want to go. And there is a lot of pressure on me from, I guess, my family. Like, my brother's always been sporty at university. My dad is always like, just go, just go. And he kind of pulls a face when I say I don't want to go. My mum is just really supportive if I want to go or not, but I always I always feel like there's pressure on me to go, and probably a lot of it is up to me. But then, yeah, it's not consistent to keep doing what you think you should be doing. And along with that comes this idea of a perfect routine. Loads of people love like a back to school routine, or like a morning routine, then your evening study routine after school, where you fit in socializing, studying, working out, and it's just not consistent and it's not sustainable. That's why I burnt out in university. That's why I burnt out in the last term, because I thought I was recovering and I thought I was healing my relationship with myself. But I realized that routines don't always work. Yeah, I bloody love doing my yoga and I do love that routine in the morning, but I think I'm going to save it for when, when you're really craving routine, or you're craving just healing, I guess, is a way to put it, like that kind of routine. Count how many times I say routine in this episode. And I do love doing it, but every day just drains me, which is really actually ironic because it's supposed to be my healing journey, whatever that means. But no, it does drain me, and I can't do it every day. Some days I do need a slower day, and I'm definitely trying to do them more than less often in a week. Not like, I don't want it to be strict of 80-20 or whatever that rule is. I don't think rules are consistent either. But anyway, I'm rambling about that point. Another point about anxiety, which I felt was this, yeah, this was last week. Give yourself a chance to rest. Listen to your body, because anxiety and your state of mind, like your mental health, can also have a huge impact on your physical health and make you ill. If you have dealt with like long spans, or not even long spans, but just like a couple of days of anxiety or a bad mental state, or maybe even longer, you might notice that you get ill, because your mental health is strongly connected with literally your immune system and feeling anxious. I don't know. So last weekend I came down with tonsillitis. Luckily it was only for 2 days. Usually I get it for a week. But I got so anxious because like the week before it, I had done nothing. My boyfriend was over, and so we didn't really do anything in the week, and I found myself feeling guilty for that. And I was like, Ellie, no, like, first of all, this is how most people your age live. Like, I have to keep telling myself that most uni students, like, they don't do their 6 a.m. walks or go to the gym every day and be like productive in quotation marks. Like, most uni students don't do that. Most uni students are hungover most days and watch Netflix all day, and that's what I want to do. So whenever I do that, I feel really guilty. But no, this is the time to do it. It's the only time in my life I'm really going to be able to do it, because as soon as I finish uni, like, I've got a job and I can't do that all day. So I'm gonna romanticize doing nothing. That is what I need to learn to do. But anyway, from that anxiety, I guess, of not doing a lot and then feeling guilty about it, it probably had nothing to do with it, but I think it was also because I'd been drinking, staying up late, just being social as well during the whole week because other family members were over. I was ill, and then I was like, oh my god, I haven't done anything. I felt so guilty that I hadn't done anything for the week before. And I was like, no, I can't be ill, but like I physically could not do anything. I was gonna throw up. I was falling asleep. Like I could not do a workout. So that is the point of listening to your body and knowing when you have to rest. Even if you've done nothing the week before, like your mental health comes before anything else. Always remember that. With the changing of the season also, ask yourself, if you do journaling or you want to start, ask yourself these questions. Who do you want to be this month? With the start of any month comes this question where you can, not even question, but you can become anyone you want. Well, every day is a new day to be brand new. Taylor Swift quote for you there. Every day is a chance to start over. Or not even every day, like literally any second of the day you can start over. But definitely with the first of a month, you can start over, or a Monday you can start over. And I love the magic behind that because you can just be whoever you want. And that should excite you. But ask yourself that and ask yourself, what do you want to achieve? Now, that doesn't have to be make £1 million or run a marathon. It could just be little mental health goals. Like, I don't even know, like I want to make 2 days without crying this month. I don't know, just random stuff like that. Or I want to go to this place this month, or just random goals you have for the month. Or I want to meet up with XYZ this month. You know, just like little things to do. Write them down, make a poster of it, put it on your wall. Find something that will excite you about the month, especially if you don't like September or you're dreading going back to school or university. Trust me, it will be okay. And I think I've used this episode a lot to help me, to reassure me that, yeah, like university is weird, and especially this week because I'm alone. And that's why I wanted to go to hockey, because then that gives me something to do. But it's okay that I didn't go. Like, there's no pressure on yourself. The only pressure on yourself is by yourself, if that makes sense. So I don't know, it's healing yourself is not linear. And that, I don't know, you just have to be kind to yourself all the time. This episode has been literally all over the place, but I hope it has helped some people with some things. I just want to stress the fact that you can start over whenever with anything. Bringing it back to recovery, I'm starting over with it now because I've noticed, like my family will notice as well. It was kind of a very not dramatic, very emotional couple of days, but they noticed, and which made me realize that I hadn't been recovering as much as I thought I had. Yeah, I'd been going on holiday and doing different things, which meant I had different routines, different eating habits, different exercise, etc., or like no exercise, especially when I was away. And I thought I'd seen massive progress with, like, I hadn't done a workout every single day, every week, and I thought I saw massive progress with that. But it turns out, no, like there was no progress, and people observing me just, yeah, basically I just wasn't doing it right. Yeah, I've been eating a lot, but then some days the guilt kicks in and I eat less, and yeah, it's all over the place right now, and I'm definitely trying to bring that back. And the main reason to heal my gut, because my gut is fucked, to be honest. For the years of under eating and now eating a lot more, my gut, like I'm always bloated, and it doesn't help that I'm on the pill. And I know that the number one thing people say about trying to get your period back is to not go on the pill. But I am at the moment, so yeah, that's not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do, basically. So, but that is also fucking my hormones around a lot. Like yesterday, packing to go to university, it was a bit of pathetic fallacy as well. Like it was raining and dark outside, and I was just tired, and I was just crying, and my anxiety was so high about coming here. And my parents were like, "We don't have to go today. And I was like, no, I do, because I feel like if I didn't come, then I wouldn't have come at all. And that would have been shit. But I needed a change of scenery. I needed to get out of the house, even though I haven't really spent a lot of time at home this summer because I've been working or abroad or seeing people, etc. And I don't know, but I just needed a change. And I love being in the city, but I'm already bored and it's been day one. But that's okay because next week, very exciting, I'm going to Portugal with my boyfriend. So that's next week. And then the week after is more hockey. So it's like 3 weeks of hockey, but I'm obviously missing next week. But then the final week, everyone else will be here, and it's Freshers Week as well. So that'll be something to look forward to. It's just this week, and I'm meant to be going away Friday night to Nottingham for pre-season. And like I paid for it, but I really don't want to go now. But I'm just gonna see how I feel tomorrow after training, after like my first big day of it, because we've got a fitness session at like midday, then we've got a pitch session later on. So it's like a bigger day for it. So yeah, I'm kind of excited because it gives me something to do tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope some of this made sense to you. Like, it didn't really make sense to me, but the main message to take away from this is that it's okay to start over with anything. Literally, this could be a project or an assignment, and it's not going well, start over. Start over with your routine, start over with your healing journey. Start from the beginning. If you're really lost, really, I don't know, just overwhelmed, just start over. It's okay to start over every day if you have to. Like, you don't have to get it right every day. You don't ever have to get it right, just as long as you try. Always try your best. I'm trying my best, and I tell you what, it's so fucking hard. Like, I don't know how, like, when I used to be happy all the time. And I was May, June, July. But then I guess it's the end of the summer, as I said. So yeah, remember that if you are feeling a bit down recently, it is the end of the summer. So that has a massive impact, and we are all going back to school. But for now, I'm going to read some Macaulay and Hoover, watch Gilmore Girls, have a snack, and go to bed. So thank you for listening, and I do hope you've taken something out of this. Just remember to be yourself if you are going to uni this year. Don't be scared like it's daunting, but you'll get through it. We all get through it. We're all in the same position here. So thank you for listening, and goodbye.